Good day, Mrs. Catherine Tapales. I am Marla May S. Sumampong.
I am Winnie Liza Mahipulaw.
And I am Flor T. Villases.
And we're going to discuss and present a work of art that best reveals technology and how it could lead to live a good life. And that is wind water pumping system!
Wind water pumping by windmills is possibly one of man's earliest inventions, with wind energy historically being used for a wide range of applications, ranging from grinding grain to sewing wood, with many other applications as well. But there are millions of people throughout the world who do not have access to clean water for all of their daily needs. In many of these situations, water is only available from wells or aquifers, but to be usable, it must first be pumped from those resources. The wind is a renewable energy source that we can use for a variety of purposes. If you've ever wondered what the uses of wind energy actually are, well, we'll explore the different ways we can make use of the wind's kinetic energy. Some of these uses might even come as a surprise to you. So these are the 5 most popular uses of wind energy. So first, it generates wind power. One of the most popular uses of wind energy is to generate electricity. During this process, a wind turbine harnesses the energy of the wind. As the wind starts to move the blades of the turbine, a generator starts to move the blades of the turbine. A generator starts to turn, which then produces electricity. Wind power has increased in both popularity and efficiency since the first electricity generating turbine was created. Back in 1887, Scottish academic James Blyth built the world's first wind turbine to produce electricity for the lighting of his holiday home. Today, the technology exists to allow us to build vast wind farms. Both onshore and offshore, wind farms can power millions of homes depending on their size. So second, in transportation. Another use of wind energy is transportation. Civilizations have for many thousands of years made use of wind energy of sailing. In more recent times, we have seen both small and large ships capable of sailing under the power of the wind. It may surprise you that some modern shipping companies are beginning to embrace wind energy once again. Vessels including fishing trawlers and even cargo ships have had large kites installed. This can help to reduce fuel consumption on long journeys by as much as 30% under the right conditions. This is an obvious attraction for companies that spend significant amounts on fuel and for those looking to reduce their carbon footprint.
The third one is for wind sports. A more enjoyable use of wind energy for sports and activities that rely on the power of the wind. Here are just some of the sports that make us use of the wind's energy. Let's have wind surfing, sailing, land sailing, kite surfing, kite boarding, kite buggying, and whilst. Whilst, you may think that sports such as parachuting and gliding make use of the wind's energy. This is actually incorrect. These sports are classed as air sports and don't necessarily make use of wind energy for propulsion. The fourth one is in food production. Wind energy has been traditionally used in food production. Prior to the Industrial Revolution, windmills were widely used for milling grains so that it could be used for producing food such as bread. In more recent times, the introduction of electricity and motors has eliminated our needs for such structures. As a result, factories can now produce items such as flour much more efficiently.
The last one is for pumping water. You may not aware that wind energy can also be used for pumping water through the use of a wind pump. Wind pumps have a similar look to a traditional windmill, but instead of milling grain, they can pump water. These structures were historically used for the draining of land. Just like windmills used in food production, wind pumps have almost all been replaced due to the introduction of electric motors. So, there we have 5 of the most popular uses of wind energy. Wheels are more popular than others. Each use has its own benefits. We can use wind resources for our own enjoyment, to reduce our carbon footprint, or even to reduce dependence on fossil fuels. And it can make our life easier. Nowadays, wind energy technologies that generate electrical power are more by far the most popular use. Historically, sailing has been the most popular use of wind energy. Windmills were also very popular, grinding grain for food production. Furthermore, these can also supply large quantities of electricity to change battery banks. That's the end of our discussion and presentation. Thank you!